Hello, my computer duders. It's that time again. This is Dissension. Launches guns as projectiles. We have to do that one. I love it. Heavy damage. That's like a roguelike. Ammo turned out to be a better bet. Too good. I don't know how to feel. Gonna go fast. Bottomless clip. That seems to be the one to go for, actually. I'm sure we get more perks later. I wonder if it's procedural. That would have worked better. Oh. Alright. It's like one of those Marriott hotels with a little sitting room above the entrance that you can't get to without a ladder. But you know what this looks like? It looks like one of the games that people play in sitcoms. You know what I mean? I still love this as a concept. What good is double jump? Well, it's charming. Can't knock it. I love the idea of a gun that shoots other guns. Why has the melee weapon for an FPS game never just been stabbing them with a bullet, like with your hand? Well, let's go, Nettist. This is a gun that shoots guns. It's the Gunderbus. Sounds like metal lyrics. It's a gun that shoots guns. It's a Gunderbus. Gonna force feed you blood. Gonna feed you pus. Once had a dog and his name was Gus. It's a gun that shoots guns. It's a Gunderbus. You get a perk every time. It's basically a roguelike. This is a funnier gun though. Oh, I've got grapple. It's the rocket launcher. That's the thing. That's an idea every child had at like age 8 or 9. Like, why don't we shoot rocket launchers at our enemies, and then when the gun gets close, then it shoots closer for massive damage. I said earlier you weren't here for it, but this looks like the kind of the game, like a fake shooter they'd be playing in Malcolm in the Middle or some other, or like Home Improvement or some shit. Like a fake video game FPS. And they'd be holding like the wrong controller and it'd be upside down and they'd be randomly mashing buttons. And if for some reason it's making Atari sounds, because that's what the boomer audience watching these shows would understand as video games right away. And this was still the point where the older generation didn't know something was a video game unless it sounded like a fucking cell phone having sex. Yeah, me too. They have a lot of replay value though, which is why small-time devs make them a lot as a first project. Because it's procedural, so the content makes itself. Let's try the machine gun. I don't like any of these. That's too risky. This fucking sucks. You don't want a machine gun that has bouncy bullets. That seems like the worst idea. There we go. This might even be worse than that though. It's a rocket launcher with bouncy rockets. Oh yeah, that's not good. What have I done? I immediately regret this. Ow, fuck. Why are there like lost souls around me? Am I cursed? It's like the same energy as Hitler asking why all the time travelers are trying to kill him. He's just a painter. Has there ever been a movie where time travelers go back in time to kill Hitler, but he winds up killing more people as a painter? Somehow? Like his paintings inspire the murder of all left-handed people? Oh, if I had... that's why I wanted double jump, wasn't it? Infinity explosion. I'm specifically not immune to bullets. My doctor said that I have a condition with my body. I can't get bullets in it because my blood has to stay on the inside. It's a rare illness. Look at this stupid shit. What the fuck is happening here? Oh, I'm supposed to grapple. I remember that thinking that was the hottest shit when I first grappled in Quake 2 3-wave CTF. It fucking changed my life. It's like every game needs grapple from now on. Any game without grapple is dog shit. I know I don't like rocket launcher. I missed the gun. I already have bottomless clip. Gotta go fast. Hey, Sonic speed. Hey, kids. Steal your parents' wallet. Send Bitcoin to this address using gift cards. Hey, kids. Do it fast. Gotta go fast. Gotta send your money fast. If they get suspicious, kill your parents, kids. That's what Sonic would do. Sonic says kill your parents. Quickly, though, is the key phrase here. Don't do it slow. Well, that's not going well for me. That triple ricochet was a curse. That was not a wise choice. I've made a series of not wise choices, as anyone who knows me will tell you. So you only get one life, really. Just like real life. That we know of. So let's not do the ricochet weapons ever again. Looks like a reused enemy from Lost in Vivo. Interesting how the dev Kira was prototyping Lunacid even while making Lost in Vivo, based on Midnight Mode. They sure look similar. Also looks really similar to Bloodborne. Some of that inspiration was bleeding through. And I do mean bleeding. Is that just so you don't stand still? Following guys like to follow. Honestly, that's an improvement. Short talk. Pandas have more body mass to absorb bullets without mortality. Fuck. Alright, well, I guess rocket launchers aren't the way to go either. Ricochet gun, that's specifically what we don't want, actually. Bottomless clip is the first one. Damage boost would be second. What shotgun is there in the world that just explodes somebody into gravy and giblets? Oh, I've been playing the new Doom remaster. Is it right to call it a remaster? They didn't like up resolution any of the sprites. What would you call it? It feels kind of like questionable whether it needs to exist, given that the community has made GZ Doom so fucking good and it doesn't have any of the engine features of GZ Doom that I know of. It might be based on GZ Doom underneath. I don't think it is, though. I think it's Keck's engine. But the selling point for me is the multiplayer. A good dear friend of mine gifted it to me, so I shouldn't say the selling point to me. Just easy multiplayer, and the fact that it brings the multiplayer scene for Doom back to life fucking 20, 30 years after Dwango and Doom World. You can now go online and easily find a Doom multiplayer match that works with your widescreen monitor. It's just, as I get older and stupider, it seems to happen. I crave streamlining. Like, when I was a kid, I would spend hours making total conversions work. I don't feel like I have... Like, I would spend hours and hours learning how to do stuff like set up emulators and how to use flash cartridges in order to get the best... In order to fucking min-max my gaming experience. I don't have a lot of money to spend, but I'm still willing to spend a little bit of money now that I didn't used to be. Like, I used to pirate everything just so I could, but eventually pirating caused so many problems with my computer, and the deals got so good on Steam and whatnot that it stopped making sense. Like, they actually did a good job making the proposition of buying games sensible, which it didn't used to be. Buying games used to not make any sense. It was $90 fucking for some games, as much as, but often they were $60, $70 for N64 cartridges. And budget PS1 games were like $30, $40. So there was a lot of sense to flash cartridges. A lot of sense. You buy one thing for the price of like 2 or 3 games and you get every game for free. I got into that stuff way earlier, and my friends were always mystified. They had no idea such a thing existed. It helps make sense of shit like Dr. Z64 and the floppy drive piracy devices for SNES. They really had us paying way more money for way less game. Like that $90 was for like a couple tens of megabytes. Think about that. Like it was for usually about 4 megabytes maximum for Super Nintendo cartridges, and less than that for Sega. So the value proposition was awesome if you were a publisher or a dev. Not so much as a consumer. Then again, in its defense, look at your Steam backlog. Look at how many games you have and you don't play them. When your games came on finite little physical packages that you had to go to Blockbuster to get, it was more special, wasn't it? And you spent more time with each game, because that's the one you had for the weekend. And you couldn't just download new ones because the internet didn't fucking work that way yet. Completely harmless confetti launcher. I kind of love it. These all suck. This will double my confetti. I also have double damage. This is like the BFG of this game. It's the clown BFG. Do the ghosts of enemies you've killed follow you? That would be kind of metal, honestly, if it worked that way. It's like that Junji... Was it Junji Ito? No, or was it a different one? Where if you get an abortion, you can see visible fetus ghosts following you around. Fucking shit. I want to say that was Ito, and that's one of the ones that I don't think we're ever going to see adapted to the US audience. I don't want to slander him, though, if I'm wrong about that. What's it with this Mario pipe? I don't have ammo. I think we've had enough of that. See, if this was a Nintendo 64 game, we'd be playing it all day, every day, for the time we had it. The ratio of dollars spent versus amount of game you get per dollar used to be way lopsided. Now it's the other way, if anything. Is that an improvement, though? We don't value the games as much because we spend $5 and we get like a AAA game from a couple years ago. want to say these are Soda Raptor. This is Soda Raptor. This is the same guy who did Hypnagogia, which was his masterpiece in my opinion. I'd never enjoyed Interior Worlds as much. What's with this intro? Oh, this is lewd. Don't look away from this. So I'm this fella. We're inside of an Alienware computer from 2002. So only 2-button controls. What is this? I can't figure out how to open the door. It also only runs in a window. Oh, this way. What did I get? What does that do? I'm supposed to be able to crouch. I'm not feeling this one. Not feeling that one. Metroidvania Jam. I feel like I should keep it though, just because it's Soda Raptor. I support the right to choose, because if I need to, if I ever want to get my dick wet again. I haven't thought about it beyond that. Coagulation Station. This one's got a fucking baller premise. In my headcanon, this is set in the same world as Iron Lung. You're on a living moon with a blood ocean. Financial decisions. We're in debt. Carrion Prime. Clot management specialist. That's what Alex Jones thinks the doctors are during COVID. Pumping station. Clot dogs. They're what? You what, mate? Oh, that's the horror game made by the people who made Amnesia Machine for Pigs, right? And it's set aboard a oil rig. What the fuck am I looking at? I guess it makes sense every surface would be covered in blood, and because of the iron content of blood, everything would be super rusty too. Clot grinder. Ooh, this is appetizing. You get me hungry and horny. You get me horngry. That's a new emotion, a brand new one, never before seen. Arterial map. You are not here. You are here. What about this one? Am I here or not? Why would they? Gotcha. This is a cool-ass premise. These are the ones that are my darlings, these indie horror games that have some kind of esoteric mechanism where it's all very routine and makes you feel like this is just a normal work day. And it just pretends nothing's wrong, but you're in some horrible fucked up situation that has somehow nevertheless been capitalized. Diving instructions. Mark II diving suit. We're still using 1800s diving suits, apparently. Oh, we got blood leaks. That's what I feel like when I donate plasma. Oh, I got the ballast pods in the mail. I can start assembling the habitat tower. I hope I don't fuck it up again. I like that text. That's exactly what font they would use. Guess that's default in Unity or something. Can I grind this wrench? No? Alright, fair enough. I was too daring to try. Would anyone patronize that service if there was a service to make you value games again? By having you rent physical cartridges from a Blockbuster type store, like a retro game rental service for people who have retro consoles. The problem is people who have the consoles typically also have huge collections. Or maybe some kind of online service that locks you down to a single game for a couple days at a time. That could be a Steam feature. Was there ever a Blockbuster for porn called Cock Thruster? Write that one down. That one's free. I still see Redbox everywhere. I prefer a short good game. I far prefer it. Quality over quantity, which is what Sega's great for. Vanquish has been fucking blowing my mind. Vanquish fucking explodes into your room through the front door, makes out with you, breaks your heart, and then slams the door behind it and leaves you feeling like you want more. Oh, it's a clot. So that's what that means. Oh, this is a thoroughly disgusting game. I guess this would make a vampire horngry. They really went all in on the gore. A psychopath made this. Holy shit. In a good way. I feel like Metal Gear Revengeance is going to be the same way, am I right? Where it's just like a fucking wizard on a hoverboard shredding down the side of a erupting volcano, ripping out wicked licks on an electric guitar. Like one of those electric guitars that has two necks on it. And you're like, whoa, shit, slow down. No man can live at this speed. And it's like, fuck you. skill issue. We're now diving in blood. If they worked vampires into this somehow, it would be perfect. This should be about like the same plot as Daybreakers, but on a galactic scale, where you're a multiplanetary civilization of vampires that long ago converted all humans, and you're only able to sustain the number of vampires that exist because you found living moons with blood oceans that you're able to drink and metabolize. What's good, Filthy Weeb? We're on a oil rig, but it's a blood rig on a blood ocean. I don't know either. Let me out, let me out, let me out! It doesn't open. It's locked, I guess we have to go up. I know there's a boss that's all pairing. You should expect that. There's gimmick bosses in games like that. That's what I used to love about Sega, is that it was the games were here for a good time, not for a long time. Sega games were like eating all the marshmallows out of Lucky Charms and none of the rabbit food. Remove clock before turning to surface. I can't do that. Oh, the pipe is at a different depth. Negative 35 meters. I'm at the depth. Why does this not work? What's going on? Why is this locked? I can't figure out how to do this one. Let's try again. That one's too good to skip over. Speaking of people never grasping things, have you seen that video of that unbelievably attractive Mormon girl with like the pink eyeshadow and she's blonde and fucking pale as the moon, and she's watching the South Park episode about Mormonism, but she skips all the difficult parts. She skips like the parts where they talk about red skin of the Native American man being a curse from God. And she she skips this part where Stan just does a brutal takedown of foundational claims of the religion, and you could tell when she skipped it because there's a cut in the video, and after that she looks like she's being held hostage by an off-screen gunman, briefly. And she makes all these little corrections, like that makes like a huge difference. And when she explains that it's not a new religion, it's restoring the original Christianity, she says, well, to restore something is basically like to take something and restore it. And I'm like, no shit! You don't say! Oh, maybe I was at the wrong elevator. Maybe I'm the stupid, sexy dummy man. It's amazing. It's just watching her. Like she's the ideal Mormon, though. She's exactly who they want more of. White, blonde, attractive, and not too bright. I guess that's kind of what Nietzsche was after too, after a fashion, depending on how one interprets the blonde beast that he talks about. Alright, I have a tool. Would you eat a clot dog? Isn't that just blood sausage? Do you think it'd be crunchy? I think it'd be crunchy. I heard a leak. I hear a leak. How would you stop this from coagulating? Looks fine. 37 meters. Automatically works with ultra wide, gets bonus points in my book. One does wonder where they eat and sleep and shit on this rig, and I've not seen any crew quarters as yet. Oh, this thing's nasty. Guess I'm glad there's a little door. No, I haven't. Where have you seen that? I haven't had to go downstairs yet. There's no leaks down here. Do you have any memories of renting first-person shooters on N64? I remember renting Duke Nukem 64, bringing it to a sleepover, and having just a grand old time in multiplayer. Oh, I see. All right, yeah. I would compare our bodies more to us like a society, and capitalism to the our I can't fucking make words. Our metabolism. And money is like blood. That's a spicy meatball. The fuck are we inside of? This is the dill sack that the scrungus attaches to. You know the one. From the dill hole. Everybody was getting fleeced for what games cost back then versus how much was in them. That's why nobody knew what to do with CD-ROMs. They were like, oh fuck, we actually have to fill this now. Just put a bunch of pre-rendered video on it. If they were charging $70 for 4 megabytes, and you multiply that by the amount that fits on a CD-ROM, although in some ways CD-ROMs would have, if they used them that way, would have just made things simpler. Which I guess they did eventually. You didn't have to make everything into a tile set of tiny little tiles and find clever ways of disguising the fact that it was all just a bunch of tiles. You could you could draw very large sections of terrain as assets, like in take A. Why does the texture move like that? Why does the texture move when the door does? He's gonna have a silver play button. You know what? He earned it. I know I'm not gonna use his preferred gender or whatever because humoring mental illness is how we fucking created him in the first place. You think we would have learned from something from that? There's the pipe. I can't get to it though. Is there even a clog? Oh, I'm sorry, she diddled her elderly mother. Is Barb dead yet? That's an insensitive thing to ask, having just lost my own mother, but I have no idea how to feel about that. I don't think Chris values his mother in the way that I valued mine, given his actions. I'm stuck in a diving suit. Cool assets, cool octagonal viewport. There we go. Amazing. Kept alive by force of will alone. Chris has single-handedly set public perception of autistic people back by 1,000 years. He's got other problems besides being autistic. He's a purely selfish person who's only ever thinking about how he preserves the lifestyle he is grown accustomed to. Let's... Wait, do I have to turn off the pipe? The pump first? Have I been soft locking my game? Why does it go this far down? I mean, as horrible as that was to live through, I really feel like you can divide all of history into periods before and after the Barb revelation. Oh, there we go. It was always that simple. I never posted this. I never posted that. Didn't happen. It's like Harambe. It's a cultural touchstone. As awful as that was, apparently that works. If you want to be a YouTuber, you have to make a deal with Satan and do awful things. It got him 100,000 viewers, subs on his fucking channel. It's more than I have. That's kind of a happy ending, not the kind I wanted to ever... Yeah, I don't want to say Christian and happy ending in the same sentence. Uh-oh. This isn't a clot. What is this? You know, it's not my problem. I don't get paid to care. It goes in the grinder. Goes in the square hole. I want to make a Spurg Star Wars, where there's like the light and dark side of the tism. And Chris is like Palpatine, and Nick Smith is the Luke Skywalker. And he has to overcome the sphere of blue water in order to save the universe from Chris getting with everybody as geriatric mothers. Man, what a hoot where they're trying to police speech around that. Like, pick your battles. You don't want people to associate you with Chris. And it's just the audacity to fucking correct everybody. Like, it's some sacred thing that everybody has agreed to. Where is the clot? Surge of detected. Oh. Surge event detected. Is that bad or good? We have to keep the pumps on as long as possible though. The spice must flow. The spice melange. There is a quota, you're right. First day on the job, I didn't even notice. There's multiple pumps too, aren't there? I'm starting to learn shit very slowly, long after failing once already. This is not the time to learn. The time to learn was before I started to play. This is cool though. Reminds me of a Mike Kablinka game or whatever the fuck that guy's name is. He made Buckshot Roulette, I believe, but also a lot of other less popular games. We were always interacting with some kind of messed up mechanism. Short talk. You're illegal from now on. You are against the law. Type B blocked. Hang in there. Do it for her. That's the true horror, not this game. The fuck is this game, by the way? I didn't like that. That's quick. That was good. What happened when Surge? Surge the tasty soda? How can that be bad? Are we about to get flavor blasted? Like them goldfish? That was the tragedy of their people's history. The great flavor blast of '89. Billions died. You know, I noticed, besides shrinkflation, the upside of shrinkflation is quality is generally improved on some things. Not linearly. There have been a lot of times when companies have experimented with dropping quality in order to save money. And not every company, like Burger King, has gotten worse and worse and worse. Unbelievably. But Domino's Pizza got better. It got worse and they got better. Also, 7-Eleven, on those desperate evenings when I everything else is closed, so I've been streaming it, and I just gotta have something to eat, and I don't want to cook. My usual quesadilla. 7-Eleven pizza is not half bad anymore. They changed whoever they buy it from, so now the crust isn't trash. The pizza was never that bad, but it was never really good. Now it's not bad. The crust is good now, and the pizza is average. The part other than the crust. But you seem to get less of everything, but at least in some areas where the market has actually worked. Sometimes the free market works. Often it doesn't. Like I talked on last stream about how we get sold shit because we don't know any better. We get sold like the worst ramen and the worst cheese and the worst chocolate because we're used to it. And American yellow mustard is like cartoon craft bullshit compared to actual stone ground mustard. I don't use a microwave, Nettis. I'm not a savage. I have a quesadilla maker. It's also useful for paninis. How dare you cast aspersions on me? High bay blocked. I would never microwave a quesadilla. That just gives you a floppy sadness. It's like a flaccid fucking penis food. I don't know why I made that association. One of the best investments in a while, the quesadilla maker. Because again, it also doubles for paninis. The thing is, Short Talk, you and I both have Stockholm syndrome. I'm that way with some processed foods anyway. Because we all got fucking fucked up on that government cheese cave cheese. I get that this is a scary game, so some fucked up shit has to happen eventually. But I kind of want to see what happens if you pay off the debt. If there's like a ending where you relax on the beach somewhere. It should be. It gets used in everything. What I really don't feel conflicted about talking shit about is craft singles, which are and just anything that's a cheese-like product that isn't cheese, like the cheese you get in Lunchables. I live near Tillamook, so I've had reasonably good cheese my whole life. Is this a fish? That's not a clot, that's a whole ass, that's a whole fucking fish. You can eat that? Or as the Native Americans taught us, you can we fuck every part of the fish. In keeping with the ancient ways of our people. They don't do that. That's horrible. Dolphins taught us, though, that you can use fish for more than food. But at what cost? Six minutes left. Velveeta, that's the one. I remember it being good, but I'm still disgusted I ate so much of it. It's not natural, it's like nacho cheese. Velveeta stays melty, and it shouldn't do that. Which makes it great for mac and cheese, because it stays like a gel. You're getting a lot of fish. I don't know how many fish are normal to find in blood. I feel like that's 0. Dolphins are ingenious. First they get high off a pufferfish, and then they fuck the body. It's like a fleshlight. But it's also drugs. What am I hearing? I hear a leak, but I don't see a leak. Goat cheese is the real shit. First time I had goat cheese, I was like, what else are they hiding from me? What else have I been missing all my life? My late sister could not stand even the smell of goat cheese. Just smelling it made her retch. It was too salty and potent for her. We only have 2 suits for 3 platforms. That doesn't seem right. That's not to regulation. Now you're talking. That's like how I ate in college. I actually cooked in college, but I mostly made pastas. Penne rotini, made from Costco bulk pasta, and then pesto and cheese. If that's a poverty meal, then I want to be in poverty. Goat cheese, though, man. That's one of the things where I normally don't feel bad about not being rich. But being able to eat goat cheese every day is one of the things that I legit want to be rich for. That's normal. Actually, for much of human history, that's the kind of food we ate. We just threw like whatever together. That's a lot. Like a lot of Mediterranean foods are just ingredients that have been. If you fail to report. Clot dogs. Is that what we make? Dark ending. There's different endings. We have to try to get a better ending. The Big Onion Institute. I knew it! Big Onion was behind this. I don't want to watch credits. Sorry. I know you worked hard on it. Hard on. Penis and balls. Testicular cancer. Not hee. That's no laughing matter. This time let's supply ourselves. Does the surge kill the animal? Me too. Which is a shame because of the convenience of canned foods. I know it's a fucking ancient technology by now. But the concept of being able to keep foods like that unrefrigerated is useful to this day. And keeping large quantities of them. It was invented with a good reason, and it still is useful. Is there anything goats can't do? After playing Psycho Gorilla with that big booty cheek clapping goat lady, I'm inclined to say the answer is no. Shit, we need that. The only 2 grocery stores near me are the Chinese one, which gouges us, and Whole Foods, which gouges us worse. The only good thing about living here is that mostly the shit from Portland has not spread here yet. It has spread into other areas outside of Portland, but not where I live. When I was in Nopo, I saw some shit. I'd die if I fall in. That's its own ending. Oh, you don't get an ending. It just starts over. I don't want to eat the goats. The goats are too cute. I just want to eat their teat squeezings that have been fermented, which is totally different normal. Is there a way to win this? Another Bingus. I don't even know what that was. I'm not one to ask questions. Mankind didn't get anywhere by asking questions. You know where questions lead to, right? It leads to fucking working on a blood rig. On the blood ocean of a living moon. Y'all are eating way better than me. I'm eating food truck food and fucking convenience store pizzas. Am I doing a good job? Am I being good boy, Zaddy? It's not expensive here. It's like $2 for a street taco. I mean, after COVID, it went up to $2.50. That's $5 for 2 street tacos that have birria, carne asada, and garnishes. That's not bad at all. I stopped buying quesadillas though when I realized I have a quesadilla maker. There's not an Aldi's. Aldi's don't exist in the United States, I don't believe. Aldi's basics. These ones are not that small. The tortillas are small, but they jam-pack them with birria. They're very filling. Is that real? Are you gaslighting me? Oh, you know what? I might have mixed it up with Tesco's. Tesco's is the one that's in Britbong land. If we work faster, do you think we get a better outcome? Or is that what the man wants us to believe? Or I guess I'm stupid and wrong and just Too handsome for my own good. I'm still mostly concerned with cleaning up this living space and keeping bugs out of it for the sake of my basic health and hygiene. Do you think workers here ever have blood fights? Like they get super soakers and load them full of blood? Haha, blood fight, blood fight. Okay, don't panic. I said don't panic! Don't make me salaciously slap a bitch to calm her down. I don't like doing it, but sometimes it's gotta be done. Wasn't that Naked Gun? The gag was he just slapped whatever woman was nearest? It's like, stop being hysterical! Calm down! I watched a video about how the women who have the good jobs now are paying $100 a head to go to speed dating meetups to meet men. And like one man shows up. One or two men. And like how come men are and predictably there's a lot of misogynist comments just blaming women for everything. They came from a place of insecurity. But the fact is that it's just economic. Nobody wants to have relationships anymore if it's not going to lead to a family. Or, that's not true. I'm discounting hookups. Hookups are not relationships. I think there are a lot of men who don't see the point to jumping through the hoops of a relationship if there's no prospect of ever having kids. And that it feels irresponsible to bring kids into this world when you can't fucking afford rent, and childcare is as much as rent. So everybody's pressed. That's not specific to women. It's just that the overall juice is not worth the squeeze anymore. Of just making sacrifices in your life for another human being, so you can get on the treadmill and work and pay all your paycheck to the childcare place. Divorce is another issue you hear MRA guys talk about, but it's really not a male issue. It's because women did such a good job of snagging all the white-collar jobs. It's a woman's issue now too, because at least on paper, if your wife makes more than you and you divorce her, you get some of her shit too. It's not one way. It's not always from men to women. Which, like, that divorce laws made sense when men held all the cards and the courts were primarily concerned with protecting battered wives from being stuck with abusive husbands out of fear of poverty. But that's not the world we live in anymore. Everybody loses now. It's bad if you're a woman who has a high-paying job. It's bad if you're a man. Like, nobody wants to work and bust their ass, make all the sacrifices you have to make for a professional, career-driven life, to stack up your small fortune, only for somebody to be able to just take half of it because their relationship didn't work out, which most of them don't. Most of them don't. Are you going to lose half your shit every time a relationship doesn't work out? Would you invest in a business opportunity with the same odds of success as the average American marriage? A lot of that's just because men are awful, and that's all they want to talk about. It's true. When there are domestic abusers, very often they're men, and very often those women divorcing them are trying to escape violent situations. But it's not. That's not always the case. There's a great many other reasons relationships fail. Really, they're just volatile. They're risky. It's too risky to risk half your shit on. It's like, how do you love another person with a gun to your head the whole time? Because that's what it is. If I was a businesswoman who overcame all the barriers to making it in the professional world, I wouldn't want to lose half my shit on a fuckboy either. That's true. When it comes to child custody, it's still skewed. But it's not skewed with respect to financial distribution. If your wife earns substantially more than you, then she is the one who pays you alimony. So that's one talking point for men going their own way, which has been struck down. But it's all the more reason to change the law. It's now not just one gender issue. It affects both of us. It's the worst of all worlds. I don't know what the solution is, because if you just have everybody split their shit differently and just go their own ways, then you have some of the same problems. Not the same problems you had in like the 1800s, but you have different problems. Like how to split a car you both went in on. Who lives where, and if one partner lives closer to school and other amenities that are good for kids. Uh-oh. Oh. There's just also better... There's so many options. I don't say better. I get lonely late at night, but porn is real good. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. We got fucking HD, 3D, VR, giant soaped up jiggling tits that are way the fuck better than anything you'll ever see in person. And after you've been desensitized on that kind of mind poison since the age of like 10, when you first discovered internet, it's hard to understand why you should make all the sacrifices you have to make. Given what the reward is, which is usually somebody who is not your equivalent anymore, because women have more bargaining power because they're just smarter. At least there's better at getting their way, less controversially. They've won the game. They've won it so hard it's killing us. It's over now. Like DEI is being phased out, but for like 40 years they got government enforced preferential hiring and enrollment. Don't you wish you had that? They would say that you did. They would say everything was automatically rigged in favor of white men. One of those is provable, the other isn't. That's what robots are for, Nettist. I'm kidding. I feel bad about it sometimes, but then I read stories about suicidal divorcees who are like, you should never ever get married. And I don't know who to believe. When it works out, it's like a beautiful thing, but the odds of it working out are not enough to make me feel less scared. These feel like ancient problems too, in one way or the other. Like problems humans have been dealing with since we first lived like in groups. Gynoid. Android is male. That's what I've been reading. I've been reading that there have been legal challenges and successful lawsuits to phase out affirmative action. I may not have that exactly right. That's the impression I have, though. That's a great deal if you can get it, it's a great deal to have everything rigged so that you have an automatic advantage. I've said before that I wish I was a woman, but not in a trans way. Not like I want a woman's body. It just seems like cozy for everybody to feel for you, and to care about you, and to give you special perks. I wonder if that's why some of them do it. Transitioners, I mean. I'm quite happy with a male body. I like being strong. I like being able to lift heavy things. But I sure do need help. I would definitely need a little bit of charity to get and keep a job. Especially just to be handed a job, a white-collar job that pays well, over a more qualified applicant. I'm not mad, I'm jealous. Is it wrong? You can waste all your time arguing over the rights and wrongs of it. In a corrupt system you can't change. All you can do is try to benefit from the corruption. That's the new American dream. Not to fix the corruption, but to be on the side that's on the take. Instead, I was born the worst, most hated kind of person. Autistic on top of everything else. What do I do for the surge? Do I shut the pumps off? Ah! You got me, you fucker. That was real fear. That's what you come for, right? You know, because they never fake them. I'm torn on the whole UK riots thing because the people rioting are largely have very bad intentions. But they're at the same time they're rioting over perfectly valid reasons, and you can't get anyone to admit that. Everybody who's on the left seems to like their strategy is just to suppress it. It's just not talk about it, which it is outrageous. It is a moral outrage that 3 children were stabbed, and they act like the real crime is talking about it. If they overthrew their government, probably whatever it replaced with would be a net benefit over what they have now. Time left? How are they going to do it without guns, though? I could have told them what would happen. I mean, everybody told them what would happen. Nobody in the government is being held accountable for the human cost of importing a bunch of people who culturally do not value the lives of people outside of their religion. That's not racist. It is bigoted, but it's bigoted against a religion, which is a totally different matter. Because one can choose a religion and hypothetically stop being religious. It's not a genetic quality. Or I don't know how to get the non-dark ending. Have you noticed ever since Elon Musk changed his politics, the media has been just acting like a middle school bully, reporting every possible negative thing about him? That's like the Obama tan suit and Dijon mustard shit all over again. Which he's made some questionable choices. But it's really just because they're mad about him being against gender ideology. He was once their darling. They loved reporting on him when they thought that he would toe the line. Which is really when... Nettist, again, I don't know what I can say now you got me spooked about it. But when it reaches that point, like, violence is the voice of the unheard. Well, you're describing being unheard because you've been silenced. I'm not against immigration either, but I think there's nothing wrong with being selective about who you let in and where they come from. Like, the argument is always about food and music. It's like, where are you going to get your nummy burritos from? Where are you going to get your nummy sushi from? We don't need Somalian Muslims to make sushi. That's not a Somalian food. Like, why are there specifically so many people coming from a part of the world that has nothing to do with the culinary contributions people mean when they talk about the benefits of diversity? Like, I say, bring in the engineers. Bring in the engineers, bring in the doctors, bring in the lawyers, bring in tradesmen. Don't bring in millions and millions of people who have no transferable or marketable skills, no means of supporting themselves, and with a language barrier, there's an even more dismal chance of them being able to fit in any kind of meaningful way. The arguments don't hold up if you think about them for fucking 5 seconds. We can use more smart people, but we don't need people who... We can't do anything that we need done. Is that true? I always had a high opinion of India and their engineering acumen. Am I wrong to feel that way? I've heard about Canadians complaining because they get into the country and then they hire only other Indians. Which, I mean, is hypocritical to complain about because white people did that for literal centuries. That's not to say it isn't still an issue.
So, I hear you are interested in working for me?
Yes, I would love to.
Is that fucking Vinny Vine sauce?
Do you even have what it takes?
What do you mean?
I mean, look at you. Then look at me.
A bit rude, don't you think?
Whatever. Anyways, are you happy with getting paid $3.99 an hour?
I mean, sure, money is money.
And also don't get overtime and have to work at least 60 hours a week or I will fire you. Do you even have what it takes?
Can you please stop insulting me? I am a very hard worker.
Hey,
Gotcha.
Don't give me attitude or I will fire you.
I'm sorry.
Start at 1 a.m. tomorrow or you're fired.
Guess I got to tell my co-worker their shift is over.
Is this necessary? This level of pixelization? It is a red herring, though, to say that it's about race, because everybody's happy to see more, like, Japanese immigrants. Nobody minds more Greek immigrants. Nobody minds more Italian immigrants. They're always from the same place. It's always young men who call themselves children. That's fucked up. Something's going on. And the fact that it's suppressed, that you can't talk about it, really makes me think something's going on. That this is part of some kind of shit that the public is not privy to, which I don't claim to know the nature of. But it is also telling that for a long time people denied that was happening at all, which follows the whole gaslighting paradigm of it's not happening, it's not happening, it's not happening. Okay, it happened one time, but that's it. Okay, it happened a couple times, but here's why it's a good thing, actually. Which is always the pattern. Like with minors transitioning. They say that because they go on Reddit, and on Reddit you don't see any examples of minors transitioning, because if you post any, you get banned. I posted examples of 15-year-olds getting breast removal in fucking Europe, and they're like, alright, well that's really rare. I posted more examples. Which, to be fair, there weren't like a lot of them, but it did happen. They were suppressing all examples of it because they considered it to be moral good to suppress information that hurts the TRA narrative. Yeah, the same thing happened with immigration. Demographic change is not happening. Demographic change is not happening. Okay, fine. Demographic change is happening, but it wasn't on purpose. It's crazy to think it was on purpose. Somebody is fucking running defense. The purpose of a system is what it does. Positwood. And there's a system in place, the purpose of which is evidently to bring in the lowest contributing people possible from equatorial countries and just fill up developed countries with them and make the white-collar workers support them.
Wow, howdy partner. Are you the new worker?
Yes, anyways it's your time to go home.
Oh, finally. I thought this shift would never end. Oh, by the way, be careful.
Why?
What did he mean by that?
Gotta do some tasks.
That was out of pocket. What the fuck? Why would you just warn me and then laugh like Dracula and run into the woods? Where did he go? He didn't even get in his car. Bro literally just ran into the woods with hover trees. I like that we're all on the same page. This is why the world needs a right-wing atheism, which I don't know if it will be right for me. I still believe in a lot of the goals of the left, which I conceive of not as always realistic, but as ideals to strive for. But that's a more logical marriage of conservatism and atheism than it is to try to marry Jesus with the Republican Party, which is a grotesque mockery of what Christianity is supposed to be if one reads the Bible, which they never do. If we just had a ruthless, self-interested party whose pitch was, we're only guaranteed one life, let's make sure that we all have plenty of money, that we're all secure, that we have the things we need to enjoy the only life we know that we get, I think you get a lot of takers. What did he mean by that? It's ominous. What would even the propaganda against right-wing atheism be? Just that it lacks humanity? There's nothing to soften the hard edges? That's kind of what objectivism was supposed to be. is right up there with Nietzsche's ideals in the pantheon of cringe, try-hard, edgy middle schooler belief systems. Where the guy who is the manager at local Arby's thinks that he's the manager because he's a objectivist Superman who carries the company on his back. It makes more sense though. They wouldn't be able to get you for racism. There aren't a lot of racist atheists, but they would probably say anti-religious bigotry, which would be true, but that's also based. Certain religions. I think they would assume the worst and be surprised when such a party would not come down on all churches. Like, I have nothing against Unitarians or Quakers or Episcopalians. I would help them out any way I could, but evangelicals would have a bad day every day for the rest of their lives. Which is a problem. It's always the fucking people with the megaphone who take over every movement. The loudest elements who show up for every meeting. And it's surreal to be having this conversation on the verge of a possible takeover of the country by evangelicals, which are the worst, the crustiest, the dirtiest, the lowest of all of the Abrahamics, other than possibly like Salafists or Wahhabis. They're brothers from another mother. They're very much cut from the same cloth. And again, I feel torn because like a lot of bad stuff would happen. A lot of good stuff would happen, though, too. The critical theory would be fucking flushed down the toilet forever. But then again, we'd also... One of their goals is to remove climate change language from all materials that are used in schools, to abolish the Department of Education. Their main things seem to be no birth control, no abortion, no education... Keep everybody stupid and having babies, because that means more Republican voters of the race that they prefer. Pick up the trash. And for much of my childhood, the choice was very clear. The left in the 90s was not the left we have today. They were about unions. And that's a good thing to be about. Unions have their issues, but our unions and high tax rates...
Hello, boyfriend.
Oh my God,
Hello,
you
boyfriend.
scared the hell out of me.
I missed you and wanted to see you. Do you have a problem with that?
Oh, she's spicy already.
I am glad to see you, but you cannot scare me like that.
OMG, we are so done.
Really? That was a fucking...
I have some tasks to do.
What the
boss
fuck?
gave me some tasks to do.
That's too realistic. If this was real life, she would have left me because of some shit I did in a dream. What? It's just an emotional roller coaster. She just broke up with me because of the fact that I scolded her for popping up behind me and scaring me. I've not played that. Is it? Like, what kind of hilarious? Like Metal Wolf Chaos hilarious? Oh, why is he sliding?
Hello, sir. I am here to buy this.
John Fantalozzi.
Wait. Do I know you from somewhere?
No, please stop harassing me and let me buy my beanie.
Okay, dude, chill.
The dialogue in this game is something else.
These
Did he-
damn rats. Let me get rid of them.
Did he pay me? Let the rat hang out in here. The giant
I
rat
have
that makes
some
all the
tasks
rules.
to do.
Yeah, I believe in a lot of stuff that the left wing still champions. Overall, I still think they're the least bad of the two options. Republicans seem to have a hate boner for electric cars, for solar panels, and a bunch of other really good stuff that just doesn't make sense. If it was pitched to them the correct way, and if they weren't if they didn't have the cock of the oil industry in their mouth, they would see that for a party that focuses so much on self-reliance, technologies that let you live off-grid are totally in line with their ideology. But they're just stupidly, stubbornly anti...
Hello, sir. This is the old. We would like to know if you have seen the man by the name of John.
Oh.
Yes, he came in not that long ago to buy a beanie. Why?
The reason is because he has murdered 39 people in the past 24 hours, and we have reason to believe you will be his 40th victim.
Oh my god, what do I do? I am scared, help me.
Stay calm. I need to get a donut, but give me a call if you have to.
Haha, yes, please eat donuts. If I had a criticism of Democrats
What was that noise?
growing up, it's that they always are early adopters. Remember when they forced everybody, or not everybody, the government replaced all of its lighting with CFLs, because that was the new thing to save energy. But then like 5 years later, LED bulbs came out. Or being early adopters of electric cars when the batteries weren't ready, like in the 1990s. Pushing the zero emissions credits a little bit prematurely. Arguably, we're still premature. As much as I like electric cars, solid state batteries are really the one.
I have to escape into the woods on my right.
Why does he say specifically in the woods on his right? Did I make it? I got hit by a car. Probably for the best. Like, what's not to like about
Where
it?
am I?
An
What's that
energy
noise?
independent country that's not burning oil. I think one of the biggest wins for climate action was just convincing Republicans that Democrats hate nuclear, which they often do. But they changed their mind. I hope Republicans never hear about that. After 40 years, they reversed themselves on nuclear power. Republicans will only support something if they think Democrats hate it. We should probably just pretend to still hate it. I've got no problem with that, with just building the fuck out of nuclear reactors. It's probably something we ought to be doing. Not... Although actually, with the competence crisis, seen at places like Boeing, I wonder if that's a safe option. I guess these days we can mostly automate it. Then everybody can degenerate into idiocracy potato people. And their reactors will keep coming. Can I jump on top of this? Yes, I can.
Save the leg for me. You can eat the feet though. They are gross.
You can eat the feet, they're gross. This is the dialogue is insane in this. Where should I stream if Twitch finds me and I get canceled here? Does anyone stream games on Bumble? Bumble's a fucking cesspit of Trumpers and anti-vaxxers, though. Netis, the problem doesn't exist if you prevent anyone from talking about it. Obviously, there's innumerable, very talented and very high value engineers from other countries. That's largely how America got to the point we're at now, is by being able to leverage international talent. But that's not who. Problem is, that's not who's coming anymore. And the people who are coming here have been brought here. I suspect that my conspiracy theory is just to keep the economy growing, to bring in fresh, low-paid labor, and even if it's not high-quality labor, it acts as a bargaining chip to get the people they actually want to hire to accept lower wages. I have to leave a comment on that one. That's kind of a problem in itself too. The H-1B exploitation system, it actually is racist. Everything is just set up to be really good for you if you're a business owner. America is not really a great place to be anything other than a business owner or a CEO. It's a fantastic place to be rich and a miserable place to be poor. It's got to change because there's about to be a lot more poor people.
Oh, shit.
A lot of companies like EA are speedrunning AI automation now, just laying off huge swaths of people. It's really, it's not a future danger anymore. It's imminent. Oh. Alright.
Good haul today.
Voice acting. Splendid. Can I walk? Can.
Oh, the fog's getting bad. Can barely see a thing.
I'm gonna hit something. Again, is low resolution aesthetic necessary?
Oh, what the hell? Come on, girl, just turn. Oh, pissing out. Oh, Christ, my head. What in the pissing hell is he doing up there?
Is piss in hell like regular hell, but everybody's drowning in piss? Isn't that just San Francisco? Like a German sex club?
What is this place? I don't remember seeing this on the way in.
He's got one of them non-American accents. I don't trust him. This looks really familiar. This looks really familiar. I could swear I played this.
Hey, you. What are you playing at? Why was your light turned off? You could have bloody killed me. What the hell was that? Where'd he go? Maybe I'm just seeing things. It was a nasty crash after all.
5 seconds into this island and already ghost crime is detected.
The lights are
Bad
here.
time for ghost crime.
Going on.
It's never a good time for ghost crime. They're stealing limes.
Hello? Is everything alright in
Like the
here?
musician Grimes, who I also would steal limes.
Wait.
Frankly, if I could get away with it, I probably would. It's free vitamin C.
I better keep hold of this.
Bolt cutters. That's so iconic. Bolt cutters as an item in horror games. I should own a pair just to keep on the wall. Isaac Clarke's patented laser cutter. Oh, that's a reference. I understood that reference. That's from the other game that we played. Tools. Questionable magazines. Oh, I can't show that on Christian Minecraft server.
Why do you keep doing this to yourself? Nothing's gonna change.
Looks like I'm missing something.
Now it's everywhere. Taking me shopping to start working on Lost Garden more, right? I'm in Scottish Silent Hill. Or I don't know if it's Scottish exactly.
This looks useful.
Keys generally are. Oh, remember this. This is a sad story. Where his wife died and it caused him to become estranged from his daughter. Hope you made a bundle on that, Nettis.
You in here?
I'm looking to buy the dip in Bitcoin when it crashes soon. As people are saying it's going to happen. That's not how you spell bear in that context, I don't believe. 13th floor. It's not a film. This game is full of horror references. Keeper 2, Deja Vu. It's cute.
This looks useful.
And food again. Will do. Got a bucket and got a key. No, I don't have a key.
What a mess.
Wait, what the fuck is happening? I'm playing in 16 by 9 1080p and it's still got shit cut off at the top and bottom. That shouldn't happen. That's like having letterboxing in a widescreen image. It's why?
Looks like I'm missing something.
Oh, it's scary. Do we heat the water? Bucket of water. I never would have guessed that of you. I'm so lonely. That's what I've heard. Data mining. Half-Life 3 might be legit. Here's my prediction. I made it last time. I repeat it this time. Since Valve only makes a new Half-Life game when there's some new technology to base it around, like physics for Half-Life 2, like VR for Alex, I think the third one is going to be AI. That's my sincere expectation, is that they're going to figure out some way to implement generative AI as NPC conversational engines. Follow the light. This is a nice garden. Business time. Pay attention to your daughter, bro. After the trauma of a loss, you need to pull together closer to your remaining family, not further apart. That's not what I mean, Nedis. I mean for NPC conversational stuff. Yeah, like Mr. Naysayer said. I've already seen it implemented as a mod in Skyrim, so I think it could be done more cleverly by Valve, if anything.
When are we going to get some flowers?
Fucking sick ass unicorn poster.
You just get some rest.
That's majestic. Look at that. Let's just admire that for a second. He's in space too. Can I can't. Do I have an inventory? I still have the crowbar. This is a proper game too. I remember being impressed by this when I first played it. I still am.
Looks like I'm missing something.
You've got a crowbar, bro. You just crowbar it. I missed a jump scare.
Looks like I'm missing something.
Get your 3 mana potions. Unless they've got some new AI juju we don't know about that can do an adequate job on a local machine. Well, that's what, natural gas? This shouldn't be here. This is like what you'd find out outside of a convenience store for propane. What's that doing there? Do you think they would have the balls to make it VR only? Or would everybody fucking... When Alex came out, I thought their game was to ease people into VR that way. I don't think they would have the stones. People would show up outside their headquarters. Riot. I feel like maybe it's a optional VR or flat game type situation. They've learned from Alex also with respect to allowing players to jump and otherwise locomote normally. This doesn't look good. This looks like there's a secret behind it. There's a big smear on the floor. Which we should have already known because Doom 3 in VR was like the premier VR experience during 2016, 2017 until Devs got their act together. Oh, there's a Subnautica mod now that fixes... Remember how Subnautica early on in development, in the early access alpha, had a VR mode but they gave up on keeping it current? They just abandoned it? The hooks are still in there. There's a mod that fixes it up and corrects all the issues with like depth sorting and the size of like menus and shit. It's not jank anymore. I tried it. It is, however, very GPU intensive, even for my 2080. It's the first thing I've played that really made it sweat. Now, I wasn't even super sampling. I don't know what to do. I could show it off tonight, but I don't have any confidence it would run acceptably on top of streaming. Yes, that's my old... That's not my boat, though. My boat is over there somewhere. Where's my boat? I don't fucking know what to do anymore. I'm not going to give up, though. This is too intriguing. Poor daughter. Foolish father, not seeking to get closer to
Better
his
keep hold of this.
collected clock. Excuse me? Clock pendulum? What is this, like a Sierra point and click? Looks like it's been removed many times. What does that mean? What does that mean? Does it mean there's another clock I can put this into? This is like LucasArts shit all over again. Alright, so... Also, I can't use the crowbar on these windows. Only on this door was I able to pry anything loose.
Cute. My little sister would love this.
Oh, it's a Bioshock doll. Pony Princess goes to Raccoon City. You're really laying on the references stick. There we go. Oh, that's what opens that. Okay. Oh. My goodness. I'm sorry, Jessica. That's my skeleton. That's me. I am that guy.
This might come in handy. It was all your fault.
Yeah, calcium. Why is this poster in here? There's a lot of posters in questionable places. Lighthouse key. Don't go up there. I take no responsibility as as your parent. That's why it let me keep the crowbar. So what happened to her after I died? It wasn't her, the skeleton, because it had a male voice. Two more weeks is just the general saying, oh, she's gonna jump, isn't she? Sorry, I tried talking to you. You don't want to listen. We both miss Mom. Hurts. I can't take it anymore. It seems a bit drastic to... Was she even that busted up? It seems like I was the one who was busted up and she was bothered about it. Then again, I don't understand people, so yeah. It's because QAnon people kept talking about there being 2 more weeks until Trump takes over, and 2 more weeks until everybody dies of the vaccine. No, don't do it. At least don't jump into water. You'll just break your legs. Well, that's me down there. It's a time loop. I do love time loop stories. Now I'm guided by Destiny's hand, and I must fulfill my place in the story.
Come on, guys. You have to leave.
Let's go to hell. It's British hell, which is even worse. I guess that's just Britain right now.
So sorry to read that.
That's all still happening.
Coming home.
It was never not happening.
Just leave me be. Leave me alone. Look at your room.
What a shit father. I guess it's a cautionary tale. I think it did kill you, in fact. The trick is that happening never did not unhappen from the first place to begin with. And the frogs were gay from the start. That just made me sad, and I'm going to play Vanquish and fucking slide around on my knees shooting robots. It doesn't seem tonally appropriate. That's a big jump. I think it could be. I think that might be a ploy to get people to buy graphics cards that are better suited to AI. Or some shit like that, I don't know. I've heard about LLMs that will run entirely on smartphones. This is still so amazing to me.
Vanquish.
Vanquish, my boner.
What was that last trip? Got them all. We need to blow this piece of shit up first.
Where do I go? I was never Metal Gear guy. I will play Revengeance, however. Somehow I skipped that one. That'll be confusing anyway, if we're honest. Can I take out those guns? I wonder. This is not very smart for robots. I just want to repeat my call for more games set on board O'Neill cylinders. They're just beautiful and majestic. That's all. I feel like I could be a ditch digger or like flipping burgers on board a O'Neill cylinder and every day would still be enchanting. Like Fry in Futurama. Oh fuck, me too. We talked about this, didn't we? You know, what I want is a Bethesda RPG and an O'Neill cylinder inside of which society broke down after a civil war that didn't destroy, or like a plague or something. And it's like a fantasy setting where everything regressed to an agrarian condition with two main city-states at either end of the cylinder. And ruins in between them. Everything's overgrown. And everybody forgot they're living on an artificial structure. Oh yeah. Try to tell me that wouldn't be Kino. You can't do it. It would be. Case closed.
What the hell is that thing? NATO code name is Spear. Don't know shit other than that. Some things are better left unsaid.
Cool camera, bro. Did he parry me? It was a dome ship because they had Star Trek gravity. So there was like an up and down, which I didn't like. I didn't like the allusions to biblical cosmology. Reddit's bad across the board. You know how they always censor anything against their view, whether it's left or right wing? I was reading a thread on Our Christianity just because it was linked to from a thread about Ben Stanhope, who's my new favorite scholar on ancient cosmology. And they were talking about, like, why is the Bible the basis for flat earthism, as if it's something separate. They were all assuring each other that no, it definitely doesn't say that. It says the Earth is a circle which hangs upon nothing. Nobody pointing out that the circle's a flat shape, or that it's a Hebrew word for ball that they could have used instead but didn't. That was used in two other verses. Nobody was posting the actual relevant evidence. It's just such a perfect incubator of echo chambers, like has never been conceived before or since. It is cool. I mean, according to the Bible, Earth is like an underwater Hampshire dome. We all live in. We all live in human Hampshire. I want to believe. Fuck. Got me in a weak moment. So melee doesn't seem to do shit to this guy. He doesn't seem very vulnerable. Like, the last guy was very vulnerable to melee. Am I crazy or does this still look really wicked good? Like, everything from Xbox onward looks next gen if you just fucking scale it up. And so it's higher resolution. I think when you have a bare minimum of a certain set of shaders, everything looks reasonably modern. Paired with a high polygon count. Like, this looks like a new game to me. You can put this side by side with a newer game and I wouldn't be able to tell you what has improved since then. Mostly not artistry, mostly just stuff like RTX, which is a waste. It's just brute forcing stuff we already found clever workarounds for.
What the hell is that thing? NATO codename is Bia. Don't know shit other than that. Some things are better left unsaid.
It's a fucking transformer. It still feels like a fever dream to me that I gaslight myself about, that the original Xbox ran Doom 3 and Half-Life 2. Like, that doesn't seem real. Is that a shotgun? That was tough. I guess that was a boss. What is that thing? What do we do? Is there a switch I gotta hit? What do I do? You ever play a game like this in despair that this is someone's childhood? You ever see someone in YouTube comments saying like Halo 3 was my childhood and you're like, you're too young. Go back in the womb.
Wonderful. He even made flying merry-go-rounds. You're welcome to take a ride. That would be the jamming transmitter.
I just scanned it quickly. You won't be able to take that installation down with standard fire.
better take it down, or our reinforcements aren't coming! Bravo, aim for that red core! Don't stop shooting till you're out of ammo!
PS3 was a beast, though. Was it just botched?
Don't just spray and pray! Concentrate your fire, damn it!
I was. You don't know what I'm doing. Suddenly those things go down way easier. The same thing happens in Terminator, where an enemy that's a mini-boss initially later becomes easy to knock down. Wasn't PS3 just a NVIDIA like 6800 or whatever? FX 6800? Was the CPU the problem? That kind of... I can't believe they did that still, because that contravenes the purpose of the console as a machine. If it costs as much as a PC, there's no reason not to just get a PC. The purpose is to have cheaper, lower-end hardware that devs target, so that the games are good despite the hardware limitations. I guess this is a throwback to the 90s when legitimately PCs were so expensive, like how much a used car cost, that it was consoles are nothing for almost everybody. I had a dream once where Microsoft did the Xbox in like 1993, 92 or 93, and it was like 486 based. It was a 486 100. So that would have had to have been like 94 actually. I was playing Duke Nukem 2 with a Sidewinder on a 486 like early Xbox. Same concept though, just a computer in a box.
We need to take down that cannon. We can't let them take out any more Marines. Shit. Don't just spray and pray. Concentrate your fire, damn it.
I guess lasers would be pretty fragile, wouldn't they? Oh, that thing just disappeared. This thing kicks ass at close range.
Take down that fucking cannon. They aren't reinforcements if they all fucking die before they get here. Find it and concentrate fire.
I couldn't get behind cover. It fucking sucked. Really? What killed me that time?
Don't just spray and pray! Concentrate your fire, damn it!
Well, the LFE gun is...
Horsemen, if they all fucking die before they get here! Don't just spray and pray! Concentrate your fire, damn it!
Concentrating. This isn't a good streamer game because there's not many opportunities to talk. Why would this be on an O'Neill cylinder?
We need to take down that cannon. We can't let them take out any more Marines. Shit. Don't just spray and pray. Concentrate your fire, damn it.
This thing is a fucking baller gun. Fuck. Maybe at the skill limit. What I have to do? Just get lucky? It is cool.
Don't just spray and pray. Concentrate your fire, damn it. System failing.
Everyone okay? Any Marines down?
There'll be something we can shoot at on that thing. Find it and concentrate fire.
Shooting lasers at a laser. It's the most futuristic of all battles. There we go. Wasn't crazy about that one. It's kind of nuts that it doesn't. PS4 was goated though. That's what Sony should have made all along. A lot of people still keep playing PS4. A lot of them haven't upgraded to 5 because they haven't seen a compelling reason to do so. Wouldn't that be funny if consoles just stopped at a certain generation until there was actual reason to upgrade?
The signal's no longer being jammed. Well done.
All right, let's get these troop transports on the ground and head for the central building. So much for your ride on the merry-go-round, son.
Why did you attack? We were supposed to be cooperating.
Conspiracy.
Cooperation is mutual exploitation. We have merely exploited you first.
What are you saying?
I am saying that our spirit of cooperation may be a little less spirited. It is time to move on. We will speak again after your unconditional surrender.
Damn you!
Oh, it reminds me of Reach. Really reminds me of Reach.
If we compromise OPSEC, we're screwed.
You've still got time before they spot you.
We are fighting in this thing. And give me the order to land.
Yeah, where's Riddler? Where's the Joker? Tell me about Bane. Why does he wear the mask?
We're going on foot from here. Elena, what's the status on the road?
It's gonna be conspicuous.
Bitches love their iPads.
The highway.
Affirmative.
It's just a big phone.
This is all the men you're taking? An MSOC fire team is in the area. We're gonna link up with them. Red Maven 1. This is Bravo 6 Actual. I'm at grid coordinate F28. Give me a sit rep on your location.
We hit heavy resistance. They've got us pinned on the main staircase.
Roger, Red Maven 1. Bravo on its way. Hold steady.
That we can do, Bravo 6.
This is Japanese Halo. I'm loving this laser gun though.
The Gordons just keep coming. There's no stopping them. Don't waste your time on those soup cans. Just aim for the Romanovs.
Hold still. Administering epi.
That fucked me. I had to save his life at any cost. Not a rocket to the face though. I feel like no matter how good your powered armor is, the kinetic energy would still get transferred into your body from a rocket exploding in your face. So like, even if the suit was fine, you'd be jelly. I learned nothing from the first one. I learned nothing. I learned less than nothing.
The Gordons just keep coming. There's no stopping them. Don't waste your time on those suit cans. Just aim for the Romanov.
I don't know what the Romanov is.
You got a dead push or something? Get your ass back here.
You have a Romanov app closing in.
Everyone, keep your distance. Stick your necks out too far and it's dust for doing it.
What about that laser noise? Oh, he's not very susceptible. Shit. Really wish I'd saved my LFE gun. Back! You shall not pass! Did I get him? Not quite. Oh fuck, he just did a Kamehameha spirit bomb.
Don't stop, damn it! Keep moving! No! Everyone
What is he doing? What is he doing? What's he doing? Are you okay, bro? Bro, do you need help? You need someone to... What are you... You okay? Why are you doing that? Why are you like that? Why was he like that?
hold this position!
I parried.
Hold still. Ministering at me.
He was right next to you. You couldn't help him? Oh, 2 and 1! Holy shit. You saw that, right?
Have some juice.
I like how they do like techno dancing. They do fucking break dancing when the EMP hits them. I want the music to change. You go like oons, 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 oons.
This is gonna be fun. Hold your horses! We're forming up here!
Oh, you can dodge. I see. That's why I was having trouble with him.
That must be a new type of Romanov.
Just digging its own grave.
Oh, those are really durable. I don't like that. Jesus, it's got 2 drill hands. Hit him in the back, I guess. That thing's more anime than I am. Night, filthy weeb. Thank you for dropping by. It's got a reactor on the back like I do. Oh, it can drill underground. Well, they're not invincible. It's real damn tough. There we go.
The enemies appear unresponsive.
Good. Keep pushing. Elena, take care of the door locks.
Roger.
Alright. This just moves so quickly. The pace... You never get stuck somewhere too long. BRB.
That's what I'm talking about. Those red bastards will never know the beauty of a Kentucky bourbon. Glug glug, bitches.
I'm back, baby.
Unlocked.
All right, move out.
Super 35.
Oh, it's like the walking sections in Gears of War.
Thanks, Bravo 6 Actual. We shook the enemy and we're approaching your location.
Super 35, the skies are not clear. Elena, is there anywhere they can land?
There's a landing zone up ahead.
Good. Super 35, we'll rendezvous there.
Affirmative, Bravo 6.
Elena, how should we proceed?
If you cross the drawbridge and cut through the terminal, you'll end up right on top of the highway.
Drawbridge is up, and it ain't moving.
Then you're just going to have to find the manual controls on the other side.
That guy's got some bulging veins.
Wheels down, Bravo 6.
Burns, have Super 35 land on the opposite bank. Gotcha. You hear that, Super 35? Land on the other side of the bridge. Enemy fire! Super 35, provide air support! Land when we clear these assholes out!
Happy hunting, Bravo 6.
If you lose that transport, you'll lose all means of further infiltrating the colony. Watch out for any sign of enemy forces.
Be careful would have sufficed.
Oh, when they're about to shoot their big missile. If you blow it up before it leaves the thing. There we go.
I've confirmed no resistance on the far bank. Landing now.
Humans sure have plot armor in this. But still, look at what a beautiful view that is. Imagine the beautiful views living in a cylinder like this all the time. Especially at night. When the stars in the sky are juxtaposed through their solar windows against the lights of the city above you. It's heartbreakingly beautiful.
Enemies breaching from below.
Everyone to the central plaza!
Another 2 drill transports breaching the surface.
Well, this is gonna be interesting.
That doesn't seem... What's his fucking goal? Drilling through a O'Neill cylinder. That doesn't seem wise if you own this. Unless it's like stolen or something.
Enemies are entering the plaza. Keep your distance and return fire!
Whoa, shit.
Enemy armor! Great. More damn things to deal with.
And the heavy machine gun can't hit shit. There we go. Was that a goat in the back? Is that a fucking prolapse? I guess it wouldn't hurt to get shot in the prolapse, but it would hurt to get shot anywhere. Can't fucking English.
I'll open the terminal doors. They're connected to the highway on the other side.
I could have used the rocket launcher the whole time.
There's an elevator on the other side. Take it up to the highway.
Gotcha.
Whoa, shit. Kino, 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 Kino.
They aren't letting up, are they? Probably getting wiped out area by area.
Lasers can't melt steel beams.
Any lighter.
They want to win just as much as we do.
I'll open the elevators.
Good. Take care of them.
This is good as hell.
There's too much rubble blocking the road, sir. Someone blow that shit up.
Enemy fire incoming.
These assholes are going down first.
That was not a good hiding place, it would seem.
Enemy fire incoming.
These assholes are going down first.
What the fuck was that? It's probably what the first guy to get murked by a drone said.
Enemy fire incoming.
These assholes are going down first.
I'll take this.
Gotta rescue, gotta rescue, gotta rescue.
Hold still. Administering epi.
You know, why doesn't he have angel wings as radiators to get rid of heat faster? He might not be able to fly with them, but they would help him do much more useful shit. Is that all of them? He's ultra wide. He's our thick boy. The thick king. Spaceship. It's a Covenant spaceship.
Goddamn Creon! Bigger than I thought it'd be. That thing's at least 1,000 feet tall.
You're really gonna 1v1 a battleship? That's stupid.
That was easier than expected. That big piece of work won't be. That attack just softened up the whole area. Stay alert for the enemy and watch your step.
How's it flying? Does it have anti-gravity? It should be subject to spin gravity. What about the exhaust inside of the enclosed atmosphere of the cylinder? I'm asking too many practical questions. But then why did they mix like hard sci-fi concepts with goofy stuff?
We're gonna go down the road. Move, move, move.
Oh!
Debris launching us ahead. Stay frosty. First, hold down and get your head straight. Then we take down that rubble.
I wasted the rockets, I guess. Let's not do that again.
That attack just softened up the whole area. Stay alert for the enemy and watch your step, Marines. We're gonna go down the road. Move, move, move. Debris launching us ahead. Stay frosty. First, hold down and get your head straight.
Oh, it doesn't give you the same thing every time. There we go. I can't target from that distance. Doesn't work either.
It's coming down! Move! Do not get dragged into this shit!
Run!
I made a mistake. That was not how I was supposed to do it. You don't feel as badass when you die 1,000 times first.
It's coming down! Move! Do not get dragged into this shit! Sam, get off your ass! I have not given you permission to die! On the move!
Oh. They weren't kidding.
It's coming down! Move! Do not get dragged into this shit!
How do I do that?
It's coming down! Move! Do not get dragged into this shit! Sam, get off your ass! I have not given you permission to die! On the move.
Run!
I'm trying.
Sam, hurry! That area won't hold for very long.
I know. Moving now. Forget the enemy. Run!
Good thing I have jetpack and can slide on my knees at 1,000,000 miles an hour. I only died 4 times. I think that's what teenagers who signed up for who enlisted in the military after 9/11 forgot,
Not without air superiority.
having been
It's too
raised
big a
on
risk. There's a monorail nearby. You can
military
use.
shooters, is that how many times they died in the game.
We're going by air.
You only have to die
Think
once in
I'll
real
take
life.
the monorail. You and your goddamn rights.
Is that still intact? Is this wise? This feels unwise. We've done this before and it didn't end well. How does that get inside? Is the airlock big enough for that? It's like a ship that should be attacking from outside of the cylinder.
Elena, chart that thing's course.
On it, Sam.
I think we're being clued into the fact we're going to need sniper rifles.
Searchlights before they spot you. I pinpointed them on radar.
Okay, slow down the monorail so I can take clean shots.
It's already moving as slow as it can. There should be a silenced anti-personnel rifle aboard. You need to make sure they don't hear you as well.
Not a problem. Nice shot, Sam. Nice shot, Sam. Enemy disabled.
That's rude.
Shot, Sam.
What'd you just call your enemy? Can't say that. This is the future, which is surely under the control of the current social movement, which has somehow won that battle despite never winning anything in their lives.
Nice shot, Sam. Nice shot, Sam.
Is this really what I'm looking at? Is this a train stealth section? Is that allowed? The concept is absurd.
This will come in handy.
That's a noise only video game protagonists make. Especially David Hayter. Colonel, I'm trying to sneak through the enemy base, but my ass cheeks are so dummy thick. They keep clapping and alerting the guards. Are they not supposed to shoot at him?
The bogey is circling on your 6, Sam. Fire from the aft of the monorail car. Sam, I've detected a missile launch. You need to get rid of those searchlights.
A stealth train section. I'm still in disbelief.
Nice shot, Sam. Nice shot, Sam.
What's that one doing?
Nice shot, Sam.
Nice shot, Sam. Where were those before? You still need the...
Something's blocking your path, Sam. The enemy RIs must have put it there.
Explosives should do the trick.
What's your solution to everything?
Explosives are set.
You need to place another set of charges.
That didn't go well. It went well until it didn't. I can't survive that much enemy fire.
The enemy RIs must have put it there.
Explosives should do the trick. This is gonna be fun. Explosives are set.
There we go.
You need to place another set of charges.
Flanked ya. Whoopsie fucking doodle. That's what I should have done last time. I've been smart if I've been thinking.
Explosive set.
Get back from that barricade. I'll let you know when you're out of the blast range.
Damn, at close range, the LFE gun is fucking devastating. It is just a BFG.
The barricade is down, Sam. Get back to the monorail.
Not what I was after, but it'll do.
I got an upgrade though. Nothing to sneeze at.
The Creon is headed for the center of the colony. It's
The
in
what?
landing position.
Roger. I'm off at the next station and after it.
Ooh, Xbox 360 water.
Are the ambient light reflectors down?
Affirmative.
How does light get into here anyway? Where does light come from? Is there just one big window? Should have kept the rocket launcher.
Structural integrity. Structural integrity at 20%.
There we go. No, it got us. Fuck. I almost had it. Meow, 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 meow. Hello, little cat. Where you been? What you been doing? Hello, little one. Hello, little flightless bat. She is just a flightless bat. Looks like I'm an idiot when I baby talk her, because I am. How do you know? How do you know that's true, though? With your walnut brain. I missed you all day. Where were you? Ah, you're standing on a very uncomfortable part of me. Ah, my mean bean machine. Wow. Can you hear her yowling? She's just talking for no reason. What do you get to say? Oh, I refilled your food dish. You got full food dish. The full water. Yes, I know you love me. I love you too dearly. You're gonna die one day and I'm gonna cry. Buckets. Just like I did for Jenny. No. Everything in my life dies. Sorry to be downer. I'm kind of in that headspace lately. Why be angry at a robot? It doesn't know what it's doing. There we go. It just barely got us last time. Not this time, though. Oh, shit. It kind of mangled the last car, though. Well, what do you want? What are you saying to me? What if it's all slurs? What if my cat's awful? And I just don't understand her. You're standing on top of your feeder. Does that mean you think you're out of food? You're not out of food. You have plenty of food. It's right under you. I'm trying to reason with a cat. I don't know what else to do. I always thought I'd make a good father, but maybe I wouldn't, because I would just try to reason with children, which he also can't do.
This is gonna be fun.
Oh, cool. SEZ fighting. That's not what it looked like. Oh. Rarely is that ever a good sign. Well, I guess I'm not supposed to just rush ahead. I was thinking about making an AI, artificial intelligence song about dumb children. Just ripping on children for being dumb, and advising funny tricks to play on them, like driving them to Disneyland, or saying that's what you're doing, but then just taking them to a burned down factory, and acting like Disneyland burned down to make them cry. Oh no, Disneyland burned down because you don't eat all your broccoli and stay in your bed at night. I warned you this would happen. Now Mickey Mouse is dead. Pluto's dead. Goofy's dead because of you. Same reason that your mother and I split up. Oh, instant kill, okay. Oh, that was brutal. Shit on a fucking dick. Ah, fuck. This thing is way outclasses us.
The Creon is headed for the center.
At what point do you just give up and be like, alright, we gave it our best shot?
Control building.
You should have been run over.
They want to take them out before we even get near them.
Is there any way to stop that damn thing?
Reverse the gain medium of the main laser cannon up top, and you should be able to cause the Creon to explode. But approaching by air is suicide.
Anyone got any ideas how to get in?
This is way fucking stacked against us. You know, fuck it. We don't have forever. I feel ashamed. I've been trying. It's just not my genre.
Sam, the Creon is headed for the central building. They want to take them out before we even get near them.
This feels wrong. But I've already fucked up my save with respect to Chivos.
Reverse the gain medium of the main laser cannon up top, and you should be able to cause the Creon to explode. But approaching by air is suicide.
Anyone got any ideas how to get inside that thing? Just bust a hole in its leg with a railgun. We can't bust a hole in anything until we clear the area of these damn robots, sir. I'm on pest control.
Sensors are showing the railgun team is being targeted by the Creon. You need to clear the area for them before they get wiped out.
Okay, Sam out.
There we go. Oh, now it populates. Can't jump down there. You scared of a little fall? How do I get over there?
We just lost one of our railgun team. Sam, you need to eliminate the enemy army. Use the Gatling gun or something.
I didn't know that was one. That wasn't one of ours from the behind. Shit, I'm stupid. How do I get down here? How do I continue? This doesn't clear out of the way. Am I just supposed to man the turrets the whole time? What am I doing wrong? There's a chest down there. It looks like I'm supposed to be able to get there. Oh, wait. No? I'm not understanding something. It really looks like I'm supposed to keep going. How do I, There's a little statue down there. There's a little red statue. What is that? Do you see what I see? Is it a hidden item? Am I supposed to be looking for those? I can't get by this way. Something went wrong. I can't just jump down here. Can't jump down there. That's not how that's supposed to work. There we go. Looks like there's a bridge up ahead. And more stuff for me to access. There's the statue. I shot little statues. Statue survived. It made a noise. Went booyah. What does it mean? Can you imagine fixing this thing after the war? Like with all the compromises to the life support system and shit, you may as well just fucking open it up, let the atmosphere vent into space, and then send robots in to do everything. And just forget about having humans in it for a long time. What am I missing? Was I supposed to ride one of the vehicles through when the thing collapsed? Let's operate under that assumption. No, it already is collapsed. Destroy the turret. What turret? Oh, there we go. Now we're starting to see some action. Was that just not event triggered before? It's like there's... Yeah, it's stuck behind the thing. There we go. It's just... Oh, here we go. Now successive enemy waves were not forthcoming. It's working now.
Just lost one of our railgun teams. Sam, you need to eliminate the enemy armor. Use the Gatling gun or something.
Sam, you need to get out of there. The Creon is preparing to fire.
All right, moving forward. Sam, keep it coming.
Why didn't it do that sooner? Disc launcher sucks. Not in a friendly, gentle way either.
We disabled the Creon's laser.
Nice to know we won't be ending up roast. This will come in handy.
I don't anticipate needing a sniper rifle. How do I climb up on this thing?
You need to stop the Creon from moving to pass by. If you fire up into the lead burners, you should be able to disable its locomotion.
That's insane! Nope. That was a bad plan from the start. I get killed deader than anyone ever has been.
I'll take this.
Do I use grenades? Maybe? Was I supposed to use nades? Could nades be the secret?
We disabled the Creon's laser.
Nice to know we won't be ending up roast.
You need to stop the Creon from moving to pass by. If you fire up into the lead burners, you should be able to disable its locomotion.
There we go.
Opening fire on the Creon.
There we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
That got it open.
Everyone help Sam get inside that opening.
I'm a man. When I see a hole, I must enter it.
Central building and we'll be handling the MSOB team rescue.
You're out of range to use the wire gun. You need to get those combat engineers beneath the hole with the Creon.
Sir, we're over the bridge, but surrounded by hostiles. Can you back us up?
Elena, why is the suit overheating? Figure it out. Fast.
Hold on! You're too close to the blast radius of the Creon's engines.
It looks like the Creon is launching more RIs. We're at the transport truck.
Shit.
Have some juice. I'll take this. This is gonna be fun. Out of the way! Get out of the way!
Here we go. Sorry, buddy. Couldn't save him.
Over the bridge and fucked as ever.
Oh, this is not going well. Oh, baby, it's not going well. That's fucking dog shit. This is tough. Why does the shotgun work from that distance? Boy, this ain't fun. Why would they just not bring the ship down on top of us? Why would they just not land on us? Am I the crazy one? They have not been shy about doing damage to the structure so far. That's it, right? So now it's safe to proceed. Why don't lasers move at light speed? Am I the one that... Am I misunderstanding something?
We're on target. Preparing to launch the wire gun now.
The what now? Couldn't they just take off again? God, it looks cool doing that. It's a good time to cut off. I'm feeling tired. I'm running out of energy. I don't think we have enough time left for a whole nother level. I'll look forward to streaming this again next time. It's been a hoot so far. Holy moly, this has turned out to be an unexpected gem. I should have listened sooner. I should have played this way back years ago. I think I burned a DVD of this for my modded Xbox, but it didn't grab me then. I didn't keep playing. I should have. So stick around. Shortac's gonna select a target for us to fucking drop into like Helldivers 2. And we're gonna surprise some other blessed Twitch stream with our presence. So stick around. See you again on Friday. I'm pooped. I don't know if I can keep doing 4-hour streams indefinitely. I'm gonna have to shorten them as I grow older. Get at me again on Friday, same time, same channel at 7 o'clock p.m. West Coast time, 11 o'clock p.m. This is your friendly neighborhood handout signing off for returning you to your regularly scheduled raid. Raid. Anytime now, Short Talk. Hit it, punch it, engage, activate. I don't know what you're doing. Maybe like taking care of your kid. There you go. Like your father does.